on his thing now. It's like
I love it.
the
I
graphics.
love it. It's so cute.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool
Good.
as well.
Who have we got? Who have we got in here today? Hang on. Let's just check all the audio's working. Well, I can hear Mike.
Hello.
Hello.
I can hear me.
You hear me?
For once, we're all working.
Yeah, there's no echo.
No.
Oh, good. Wow. Neil figured it out.
Yeah, get on that. The guy who professes to know stuff about sound and plugging stuff into shit. And this is the first week in the past 6 weeks that we've gone right. Yes, who said? Yeah, I think I am pushing the computer to the limits, Charlie. Yeah, I think I am.
Charlie.
I think I need to. I think what it is, I think it's the countdown, not the countdown itself, but the file that the countdown is run on. It's a big file, so
Can you compress it?
I'm just gonna make a different countdown and put it behind.
Do you know how you can compress it super easily? This is
Handbrake.
like you don't even have to do that. Okay, so you take your video file that you made, right? Download it to YouTube, and then once you download it to YouTube, download it again to your computer, and then it's way smaller. The file is way smaller, and you know I've done that before.
I use a program called Handbrake, and it just halves the file size.
That works too.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to do something because I think it is. It's definitely pushing the limits of the computer for some reason. What's Patty? Patty's got a dog.
It's a bobo.
It's a what?
It's a bobo.
It's a bobo. Where'd you blow into it to make noise?
What kind of dog? That's a dog, right?
Yes, he's a dog.
What kind of dog is he?
When we adopted him, they said he was part Jack Russell, part Chihuahua. But I think
There's no way. Not with that hair. That's a lie.
no, I think he's part Chinese crested. You know what Chinese crested
Yeah.
is?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I got him, he didn't have any hair. He had just little bitty poofs of feathers.
So he was a duck.
Anyway, I think he's crested in Jack Russell. He definitely has that. Jack
Yeah,
Russell
you can see the Jack Russell in his face.
spiciness.
I'll say one thing. He's well fed.
I know. You know what? He's going to be 14 in August. And his trachea, you guys ever heard of trachea collapse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, his trachea is in collapse. And we've been dealing with it for like 2 years now.
Does he do that thing? My dog used to do this. Go.
Yeah, he does. You'll hear him hack. It's like they do this really rough cough, and then at the end of the cough, there's a hack.
Yeah.
And they're opening it up so they can breathe.
My
Sounds like
dog
my
used to
mother.
do that, and every time he did it, he would get done, and I go, "Oh, thank you, Static. That was lovely. Thank you for sharing." And when he did it, especially in the morning, and I'd be like, "Oh, good morning, Static. I just want to be a morning without your morning phlegm."
Yeah, it's sad though. It's kind of like he's a time bomb. You know, it could just like do that.
There's
know.
nothing you can do for him.
No, they get to a
Yeah.
point of being old, and then it's just like it's not worth doing, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's why.
My mother-in-law's dog's got exactly the same problem.
How old is he? How old do you say he was?
14.
This one, 14. He'll be 14. But I can't exercise him because it aggravates the trachea. So he's got quite a bit of a belly going on.
He's built for comfort. He's more stuffed animal-ish now. You could have him stuffed afterwards, and he would make
No, don't go there.
See, this is a question I've got to ask. Would anybody get one of their animals stuffed?
I haven't got any. I've just got kids.
We thought about it with Static because we like that was our family dog was Static, but the cost of having him stuffed was going to be too much. Like it's like astronomically expensive, so we decided not to have the dog stuffed. Instead, we have him in a little.
Charlie says no. Hard Knocks to you. He says no. I'd never do it. You know, I don't even think I got a human stuffed.
Can you have a person stuffed?
Yeah. They do it in Wales, in England. They basically drain the body of all the blood, and then they put embalm. No, you can't get a
I'm
butt.
like, that does not sound normal at all. And I was waiting for the more bullshit to come out of your mouth. I wanted to see how far you were going to take it. I just needed to know how far you could actually take
I just couldn't.
such nonsense.
I had all these things running me, and I was like, she's going to fall for this. You're like, no, really? I was like, only in Wales, though. You can't get it done. It's only in Wales. But I only mentioned that because when we were last in Wales, we actually seen an embalmers obviously for animals. And they've got, obviously, it's like any shop window. They've got, things in the front window. These things, they look like something off The Walking Dead, let alone dead. They're all sorts like...
Wait a minute. Everybody, we have to stop the stream. Everything must halt. Dusty Porter is in the chat. I mean, I know he's going to be taking away from our show and everything, but I think that we need to address Dusty. He is in the chat.
Who's Dusty?
He's the only, him and Hard Knocks haven't got blue names. That's how I'm defining them.
And only Dusty Porter will get why I did that.
Yeah, Dusty and Christina have been having this little
war words.
Yeah, this kind of little. It's not even a fight. It's not. It's just
a little dig at one another.
It's just a little dig, and she just won't let it lie.
No,
but it was.
It was so funny.
He's leaving now. Look, you've scared Dusty off.
As soon as he said that, when it came out of his mouth, I'm like, surely that's not how he intended the words, but boy, that really sounded bad. And then, so of course I had to make a joke out of it. He was like, that came out way worse. And then, when you try to dial it back, it is even worse. So he's trying to dial it back, and he kept falling. I'm like, just stop, Dusty, let it go.
It was quite funny, but
I was dying laughing. It was so funny.
All I can say to you, Dusty, is don't worry. Well, we are here for you as a community. We know you're much larger than us, and we don't hold that against you. We still love you. We still embrace you as a brother. But you've just got to get over it, man. She's just an arsehole sometimes. That's all I've got to say.
True enough. True enough.
So what's anyway? Back onto stuffed animals. Would you get? I mean, you thought about it. Would you get an animal stuffed, Patty? I mean,
oh my god!
What this has got to do with YouTube? I don't know, but I'm just curious. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube, does it?
No, I wouldn't get one of my animal stuff. Can you imagine? We had a Great Dane, and he topped out at 237 pounds. Can you imagine walking through the front door and seeing this stuffed Great Dane?
I mean, it will keep away burglars.
Stop, you'll be fine.
Oh my gosh! No, I do have my animals in my what's it called? My breakfast credenza. They're like.
What?
What type of madness am I listening to here?
No, cremated. Listen, they're cremated.
Mum, that cereal tastes fucking awful. That was Storm.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Everybody went.
Patty's a little weirder than we thought, huh?
Wow.
No, really. They're little boxes. They're cremated. They're all sealed up and everything, but they're just all stuffed back in the cabinet until we get like our forever home. Then I'll bury them somewhere.
I mean,
okay.
I had this image of Patty sitting on a throne with all her dead animals around her the cereal.
That's...
all right, well, let's reel this back in. I have a YouTube conversation I want to discuss.
Before we do that, oh my god,
It's the 20K.
Oh, we're not worthy. We're not
Okay, can y'all-
worthy. We're not worthy. Wow, Christian Reddy.
What's going on? Oh, the first thing I see, I come on and you guys are all doing this. I'm like, what am I missing? What am I missing?
I'm missing the fact that we're not worthy of your presence. You are
Oh,
blowing
please.
up on the platform,
Oh,
my friend.
Stop! I love you, but stop! But don't stop!
Yeah, like stop, really, just stop it.
Stop it! Just stop it! No! Bad! Oh,
But I love it.
Has
Yeah,
anybody
it's
noticed?
fantastic.
Anyone noticed that
Thanks so
we've got a new outlay on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gabbing before. And I said to Christina, "I'm bored of this outlay. It needs to look more." This is after watching Dusty. You know,
Tinker.
I only
Tinker.
get 100,000 watch time minutes a week. 250,000 subscribers, Porter. With all his fancy, because I've got look at it, nearly joking. I must say, his stream now, he's got these what are they called? These inlays between scenes.
And a stinger.
Oh, mate, it just looks
stingers,
so
bumpers, something like that.
It's so nice, isn't it? And then behind him, as he's like in his actual background, all the colours sort of change, and it just looks really nice. And I'm like, oh, I need that shit.
I don't see it.
I made a new stinger, but that was literally about it.
Did you say that you made a new?
No. Dusty stream. He's talking about when he saw it on Dusty stream.
Yeah, on
Dusty. Yeah. That's because he's very talented. I mean,
I
he is just absolutely brilliant.
I know he bought them off a company.
What?
No, he didn't. He didn't make them. He bought them off a company. It was, what's it called? Nerds for Life, is it?
Oh,
Nerd or Die.
yeah.
Nerds.
Nerd or
He
Die.
he was
That's it.
Nerds or Die. That's it. He was telling us about it earlier, and I was like, that just looks so nice. I just love it when you swap between scenes. It does the whole
Yeah.
and it makes a little noise. And I like it.
Yeah.
I want it.
You got the case of the wants for live stream stingers.
Big time once. I need to go on their website.
Hey, Nerd or Die. I mean, a stinger will cost you like £1.
Yeah, but I need to.
Nerd or Die.
Nerd or
Yeah.
Die. Yeah. I need
Neil
to go
would
on.
want just one. He wants like the one that makes all the he has to get the top of the line stinger. It can't be just a regular stinger.
But they're not expensive. That's the thing.
I want the one that does that.
Are you saying that Dusty Porter doesn't own this? He doesn't own Nerd or Die. Is that what you're saying? Or
No. He bought the stinger, the actual look of that.
I mean,
Oh,
he
he got it
he
from-
probably does.
Yeah, he probably does voiceover work for
He
him.
is so smart and talented. He probably does own the damn company. In which case, he can just give us a damned discount. Dusty, if you're watching, we need a discount code to Nerd or Die. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I do need to get on there.
Kissing up Christian, because that sounded like the biggest blow up.
To put this into perspective, if you bought the Predator the stream package, it'll cost you $30 in all, but you get overlays, you get new buttons, your own announcements and everything, and it's all done for you. And all you literally have to do is just change the name on it, and it's for you. But the whole thing's $30, or you can buy each piece individually.
Well, you know what I'm doing tomorrow, then, don't you?
No telling.
If Dusty Porter is still in the chat, expect some sort of a Discord call tomorrow afternoon sometime, because I do not know how to set any of this up on Slobs.
Oh, if you want to set up a stinger, on your left-hand side at the bottom where you've got your channel section, there's a little setting icon. You just click that and go to stinger, and it's there for you. You just upload the file.
Ah, okay. Well,
Where is everybody tonight?
I know it's very quiet, isn't it? It's
A bit quiet.
It is. I have sent. I mean, I know some people just like to watch as well, but I have sent, not to be accused of not sending the link out this week. I mean, he even sent it to Dusty. I think that's why we knew we were live. But I sent it to. I think I sent it out to everybody. Because it's been a busy hour week. I think everyone's just been really busy this week.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I have, and I've been up the wall doing all sorts, not just. I actually sat down today to go to do a live stream well before this, but I wanted a way of bringing pictures on screen, because obviously this is going to be my backdrop Like, I'm not going to use a green screen even when I'm doing crypto, like, live stream, and this is going to be but I want pictures to come up here, like, so on the Stream Deck, the Stream Deck's great, it's buttons, but oh man, it's buttons. It's buttons. But it's a massive pain to set up, because you've got to set up 5 different scenes for your 5 different pictures. They've got to be same as your original scene, and then you just swap between one and the other.
I'm glad I do my videos the way I do them now, because just having a video running next to me whilst I'm talking about the game and doing different overlays is completely easy. You just
but we weren't talking about you, Mike. We were talking about Neil.
Oh my gosh!
It could be done the same way for Neil, that he could have his video set up. He records that certain section with one image, and then he can go off and carry on and do the rest.
Yeah, can you have a floating green screen on the side of you, like whatever? That would be kind of funny if you could make it like float down, like next to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hybrid Steel Show.
No, you could have a pulley system for your little green screen.
Yeah, just.
My days of green screens are. Well, I'm done with them. You can never get it looking right. I look like I've just come out of Chernobyl. I've got this glow around me, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't look right. And this looks nicer. Once me gnome, you showed him the gnome last week. Once me gnome comes, which he's going to go there, and then I've got.
There's a gnome on the way.
Oh, you haven't seen it, Christian? Ready? I will get
seen it.
We have a new mascot.
And then a friend of Mike's, he does. Mike's got one. He does Perspex lights. So Mike put me in touch with him. So I ordered one of them yesterday, and I wanted it in white, and it's going to be that. He's actually the guy's gonna made it. So that's coming. I've got a couple.
Can you send me a link, please?
He's in the
Facebook group.
It's a Facebook group, mate. Are you and me connected on Facebook?
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah. In fact, if you just type in bespoke LED lights, I think that's what it's called.
It looks like this.
But it looks like that. It's like.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that gnome.
Yeah, look at the gnome. So the gnome's gonna go.
Whoa. That is serious gnome. Well, yeah, what Christina's got there. Look at that. She's got the gnome going there.
Yeah.
There he is.
Absolutely brilliant.
So the gnome's going to be going there. The light is. I'm thinking of moving this thing. It's going to all get moved around anyway. So and then I've got a couple of Bitcoin cushions coming, the obvious YouTube cushion coming, and other bits and pieces. So, but no, the guy Mike knows them. Those light up signs.
Cool.
And it was like £40. It was like £40. Christian, funny enough, I found Bitcoin ones on YouTube, and then after looking at them and checking the prices out, and they wanted like $30, $40 for them. They were literally that big.
Yeah.
They were 10 centimeters
they're
wide.
custom made.
They were 10 centimeters wide by 15 centimeters high, and I'm like, the cup's bigger. I want something that's gonna fit in. And then you look at neon signs, and they're like, "Oh, they're £100." It's like, I'm not paying no chance.
Well, this right here, it helps if I add a little light to it. So it looks like some kind of like a snowflake or something like that. This is called, they call these shock fossils. And what they do.
Okay.
You know why? Do you know why? Because what this is.
Neil, the stream's offline.
Is it really?
No, it just flicked off and then turned back on.
What's in that cup? Okay, go ahead. Explain to us. Is that lightning in there?
Well, basically, it is. It's frozen lightning. What they do is these are made by some I don't want to say like friends, but like acquaintances of mine. I know these guys. They work at Fermilab the nuclear accelerator out in Illinois, and what they'll do is they'll rent time on a linear nuclear accelerator. They'll send these things into the machine. They'll pump them full of electrons, or I'm sorry, pump them full of protons, and then what you do is you take like a spike, And if you look really closely, I don't know if we can see it on camera, but there's a little tiny nail hole here. You basically take a spike or a nail, you hammer it. What that does, that sets off an electric charge. The thing flashes and
how
creates this pattern. So I want
that would make a cool video.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah,
that would make a really cool video.
it would. I mean,
a snowflake. Not one is the same, huh?
Well, they can make it look like anything you want. That's the brilliant thing. I mean, they can actually mask off certain parts of it so that the protons don't get in, and that allows this thing to take on a shape. So I want to make a video of them making me a Launchpad Astronomy logo. You know, shock fossil. Wouldn't that be effing epic? What? What's so funny?
Video it slow motion when they.
Yeah. I would need to use like a high speed camera and just shoot it at like 120 frames per second or something like that.
Get Filmic Pro.
Emma's just come in.
I've got it.
You can record at 120 frames per second.
Oh, that's right.
And I've done it, and it turns out beautifully.
Does it really? Oh, brilliant, fantastic! And what kind of iPhone? What kind of phone do you use? Is it?
It's not the top one. It's the next one down. The iPhone.
Yeah, I'm using an iPhone 7, so
that'll do. Emma's just come in, and as I've turned round, I've been greeted with this image. If you just want to.
Oh, pineapples! That's the safe word.
Hello.
Why have you brought pineapples home?
Because you said bring snacks.
Well, yeah, she brought you pineapples, Neil. Dig in. You know.
I mean, this could be the first time live on YouTube someone's murdered with a pineapple.
Oh, don't you murder her. Stop.
Oh, she's very nice and kind. Do not do that.
I bet you she could hold her own, though. I bet you she could knock him out pretty good.
So Car's saying I would probably need 240 FPS more than likely to catch lightning. Yeah, that's a good point, Car. Probably would have to be something stupid fast. But
have a look into the slow-mo guys about how they do their recording and see if you can match their set.
Oh yeah,
would be good. Right. So you're that you want to light? Did you say you wanted to light that up? Or
no. He wants to record them actually making
it. Oh right, yeah, I get you.
So this one, they gave this one to me, and they gave it. It was just a thing of clear plastic or clear, I guess plastic, and they gave me a hammer and a nail and said, "Okay, right here you go, hit it right in the middle," and boom, and it was like, dude, So I would love to get one done. I mean, it's not cheap. That's the problem. I mean, these are custom made. I mean, this was just a very simple demonstration type of thing. But if you go to shockfossils.com, I think is what they call it. They just do brilliant works of art. And I so want one with the Launchpad Astronomy, And yeah, that would be a video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's someone in the chat that has a question. They say, I do wrestling games in my channel, but there is a wrestling tabletop game that it's kind of like Warhammer eats wrestling. If I feature that in my video, would it still be related to my channel?
So you do wrestling games in your channel, and but there's a wrestling tabletop. Okay, so what is your channel about? It's mostly wrestling games, so video games. But this would be a tabletop game that's wrestling.
Is basically he records a video of wrestling matches on a video game and then does commentary over the top of them.
Gotcha.
But wouldn't it still relate to the topic, which is wrestling? My whole thing is that every video I make, whether it's a DIY project, cleaning your house, anything. Yeah, I just tie it to real estate in some way, shape, or form.
Sounds like it would. You can tie anything together.
I guess the question is, what does your audience come to the channel for the video game or for the wrestling?
Maybe they just come for him.
Wrestling. Yeah, maybe they just come for you. Maybe they'll just, make the damn video, see what you think.
Yeah, just let the audience decide.
And if you get done with it and you hate it and it performs terribly, all you have to do is just take it down.
And then on the other hand,
or leave it up, and then 8 months later, when there's absolutely nothing going on that could possibly remind people of this, all of a sudden people start digging in on the video.
Mm-hmm. Like my dog pee video.
Yeah. People just show up. All of a sudden, they're obsessed with
dog pee.
Figuring out dog pee, even though what was the time gap between when you uploaded it and when it really took off?
about 9-10 months later.
Yeah. I mean, I'm having that happen right now with one of my videos. It's like you just don't know. So make the video. I mean, I doubt that it would be so horrible it would actually cost you subscribers. Make that video, Hard Knocks, and just gotta see what it is, you know.
I concur.
Can anyone remember how we lock the video window?
Hey Eddie, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man.
I think you double click on your window. I'm not 100% sure.
I remember Michael Daniels telling me a while ago.
Okay, go in the corner on the right hand side with the little dots.
Yes.
Click on it and say pin video.
No, I mean lock the invite so nobody else can join. Because I think six people is enough.
No.
All right, I can hit bow out.
No, I can. I do remember Michael Daniels telling me, so I'll just have to have a little look through the settings.
I wanted to ask everybody: have you guys super chatted or seen the super chat stickers?
Yeah, I saw your example. I thought it was pretty. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've seen it. I think it's pretty interesting. When did that happen?
It happened sometime last week because it happened during my live stream on Thursday.
Oh wow!
I got a couple of those stickers, and then I got then on my friend's channel they have it too. And the stickers are as little as $1. You can send out one of these super stickers for $1, but they have them all the way up to like $50 of this. Once you get to the $50 range stickers, they make all sorts of like animations and we're moving around and doing their thing and doing a little shimmy and they glitter and
it's turning into Twitch.
Nice.
I think it's quite pretty cool.
Well, I think it's a nice way to like break up the monotony,
definitely.
of a super chat. You know, it doesn't. But the thing that I don't necessarily love about the super stickers or whatever they want to call them, sticker chats, that you can't say anything. You're just sending a sticker.
Okay, can you not actually put a post? It's either you send a sticker or you leave a message. Ah, I never knew that. But I have only seen him in your stream. I've not seen him in because Dusty's wouldn't do it on Dusty's before.
I tried to do it on Dusty's because I was looking for it, wasn't there.
Maybe it's a trial thing. You got lucky. You got stickers on yours.
my friends that have that VCG construction channel, they had the stickers. That was the first time I'd seen it. So I thought, well, how did they do that? I recorded it. That's what I put it on. I put it in a couple Discords to ask if anybody else had seen it, and somebody was like, "Oh, it's because they're using Streamlabs." I'm like, "No, this was not a Streamlabs thing. This was a YouTube thing." And then I got some of those super stickers on Thursday night. I got it like right at the beginning.
That's pretty cool.
I did think it was a Streamlabs thing because the little chicken kind of reminded me of sort of Twitch or Streamlabs slobs thing, but I can't do it. In my like in the UK, because even on your stream, I couldn't do it, which was kind of weird because it must just be rolling out state by state or.
Maybe it's just certain people in certain regions. They're just giving it to them. Like, cause like I said, I was able to do it on like somebody else's channel, but I couldn't do it on Dusty's. And you would have thought with as many subscribers and as many people follow him that he would have had the super stickers today.
Just like memberships.
Oh yeah, we found out something about the membership thing when Charlie shared it out the other day. He was talking to me about it. And he goes, "Oh, I have to wait until I get 30,000 subscribers until I get the little join button." And then right below it says, "If you're a gaming channel, you only have to have 1,000 subscribers to get the join button."
Really?
Yeah. So as a gamer, you get the channel members quicker than any other channel on YouTube.
You need to.
I need to make a real estate.
Wow.
So really, I need to change my channel to gaming.
Is that true? Is that true? Is that actually?
Yeah. Can you gamify real estate, Christina?
Charlie brought up the
trivia.
screenshot of the monetization thing, and it literally said like all niches like Christians, yours, Christina's, like 30,000 subscribers, and you get the channel members join button next to your subscriber.
You remember what I said though?
No.
I'm sorry. What were you guys talking about? I was making Chris and I are making faces at each other. You.
Sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
So
go ahead, Mike.
You
technically, when you as a gamer, you get to 1,000 subscribers and you get the join button and
Yeah.
memberships.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
But
I mean, that's cool for gamers, but how come the rest of us lot don't get to?
Okay,
have
so
that?
how do YouTube know that you are a gaming channel apart from the
Because-
obvious that you category? I mean, I'm a cryptocurrency channel, but there's nothing in the categories within YouTube to say.
As you go up into the monetization, they have to check your channel through, don't they?
Oh, maybe they plan to. Maybe they're rolling that out to more people. Like maybe just as like
A test.
well, you couldn't get monetized until you had 10,000 subscribers, and then they brought that down to 1,000.
Okay.
Maybe they're just like stepping it out. Like, okay, let's roll it out to another population of
Dusty's
channels.
basically said they're trying to offset the money gaming channels that it can make, because gaming on like ad revenue is like ridiculously bad for us.
Oh, that's a really good point, Dusty.
So technically, right now,
Oh, and also Matt says they're trying to compete with Twitch for gamers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lots moving to Mixer and Twitch.
you said you want to keep the gamers on YouTube, but technically,
Mixer's really bad for gamers, though. I mean, I tried. Mixer is a really small streaming based platform, but I mean, just to get monetized on there, you need like 2,000 odd followers and all this stuff. And I was like, fuck, that's quite a lot. And then they want a certain amount of time out of you, and you have to be sort of part of that stream the whole time, a bit like Twitch. You have to have you have to almost have a contract to stay on that platform.
But technically, Charlie, you could actually. I mean, this is going to be long-winded, right? If me and Charlie went to play tennis and someone live streamed it, they'd be live streaming me and Charlie playing tennis,
Which would be funny.
which would be a game. Which would be funny. Would be a game. If we were playing football, it would be a game. So what's the difference with getting in a car and riding around a track with a load of other people? Is that technically not a game? Because if you can get a Scalextrics kit, and that's classed as a game. So technically, couldn't Charlie call his channel a gaming channel, but it's just gaming in big cars?
Excuse me.
I think
Bless you.
That goes down as motorsport there, doesn't it?
Yeah, motorsports or autos and vehicles. But do you remember what I told you the other day about that? Like, pretty much anyone on YouTube can claim to be a gamer because
Bless
they're
you.
playing the algorithm all the time.
YouTube itself is a game, yeah.
Right.
Hey, Paul Peck
Every
Drywall
day.
Tube. Good to see you, man.
Oh, Paul Peck Drywall.
And another.
Oh, Doug Hewson is here. Holy moly!
Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh. Matt's here too.
Everyone's here today. I was gonna. First of all, I was gonna ask Patty, does she have an instrument for us this week?
I can find one. I haven't really prepared, but
I do love it when Patty pulls something out and mesmerizes us. And also, where's Christian Reddy been?
Where have you been?
Where have I been?
He's been basking in his glory.
I've been basking with glory, guys. It's Tuesday night. I mean, the semester's over.
Yeah.
I have a free Tuesday night, and then next week I start summer school on Tuesday night.
Oh man.
That's where I've been, man. Teaching. I got more teaching next week.
That's good though.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's I do love doing it. It also pays the bills, so that's nice too. Yeah. But I'm bummed out that I can't do this more often. So I'm glad to be with you guys.
How long's the summer school for?
It's for 7 weeks, so it starts up Tuesday night, and then wraps up on July the 17th. So it's gonna be like doing like basically it's 3 hours a night, 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So.
Oh well, Dusty's just put a comment in the chat that we've all been wondering, where is Beanie?
I have no idea. Even my daughter Sydney asked. She goes,
Yeah, I was thinking about Beanie.
Well, I spoke to him last week. We were DMing last week, and well, he's had a few things go on.
If you read his Twitter, he said he was sort of having a break from things because of things going on in his life.
Yeah, he's got a few things going on, but it's I miss Beanie.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Beanie,
I miss him too.
I like when he
Beanie,
puts
if you're watching this, man, we love you.
We love you, Beanie.
Love you, mate.
We want Beanie back.
We've missed your dinosaurs, my friend.
I
Not
wouldn't.
the same without you.
I wouldn't say I missed his dinosaurs. I just kind of miss him because he's funny. Beanie actually makes me laugh. I know Beanie always says to me, "You make me laugh," but Beanie makes me laugh because he's just cheeky. And that's funny because Everton Beanie he calls me, he says, "Oh, you're dead cheeky. Sometimes your sense of humour is just dry, and you come out with things that normal people don't say." And he's exactly the same. He's exactly the same. So he is. But yeah,
he makes everyone laugh in here laugh except for Christian. He makes Christian mad when he has 2 cameras.
He does.
Yeah, mobile phone.
That's right. Beanie, put the phone down. Yeah.
So have you been working on any videos, Christian? I mean, I know I can't talk. I haven't worked on for 3 weeks, but I did intend to go live.
So yeah, I mean, I uploaded a video last week after, God, almost like a month-long hiatus. And I'm working on another video now. Actually, I started working on a video, and I decided to scrap it.
I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
You just know it's not working. You're just like,
yep.
Yeah,
totally not feeling it. You go to watch it back, and you're like, "This is so forced," and you look so.
Honestly,
like, screw it.
Honestly, I didn't even get to filming it. Like, I just researching, doing all the pre-production. I was just like, and I mean, I wanted to capitalize on Game of Thrones, with that ending,
which was god awful.
I mean,
I haven't got a problem with it.
I see.
Well,
Aria.
I'll just say this before all the spoilers come out. We piss off everybody watching. But no, I mean, like I started researching. I was going to do something on like, why are the seasons so weird in Game of Thrones? Short answer is there's really no plausible explanation. But just exploring all the different things that could like trigger these massive climate swings. But it was funny because I was researching it, and then like another channel called Answers with Joe, which is like a super big, awesome, hilariously well done channel done by Joe Scott, who just drops this video where he just makes me look like a chump, and I hadn't even filmed my video yet, and I decided, no, fuck this, I'm done. So anyway, yeah, so working on another one. But yeah, so Eddie says worst season of Game of Thrones. Yeah,
see, I thought it was the best season. The past 3 episodes have been just wow. It's like
you and Mike are the first 2 people I've heard who say that they genuinely.
My other friend who lives in England said the same thing.
The reason why
I felt it was rushed. There was no like she went.
It was rushed.
I'm gonna save slaves and like liberate all these people to. I'm gonna blow them up with my dragons like that. She decided instantly. Like, you know what? I'm having a bad day. I'm gonna go blow.
See, hang on. You say instantly, right?
Yeah.
None of you women are around any of you women when you come on your period, because that's exactly what she done. She was on that dragon.
Going there.
She was on that dragon. She was on that dragon. The menstrual cycle kicked in, and she was just like, she was like, that's it. That's it. You're all dead.
Anymore.
What you have to sort of remember is that she isn't the same Targaryen. She was the insane one. She clicked faster, like her dad did, and that's why she just went fuck it, because she's literally the mad queen.
See, on a period.
Yeah, partially.
That's what it is.
Back to super stickers. I don't even discuss it anymore.
Super stickers.
I don't care anything but what this topic is.
This just got so wrong.
So weird and
I think
so
it's about to get
wrong.
bloody.
I'm reeling it back
Oh,
in.
Charlie, bring that.
Granted, it was a rushed season. They could have made it 12 episodes. They should have made it 12 episodes, but they didn't.
Do you know what I find even funny about this is that George R.R. Martin gave the plot lines of how to get from point A to the end of the whole of Game of Thrones, and if he had anything to say that was wrong about it, he would have spoken up about it. But everything has been happening.
But the writers said specifically, they said in the last episodes, they were like, the thing is that sometimes what the expectations of what things should have been, we decided that we needed to change it because we don't wanted people to. So he could have changed it. He could have changed it.
But don't forget the last book. It's not even. It hasn't even been finished writing.
Even he said that it's not going to be the same as the series.
Thank God. Thank God.
I'm just happy that Aya got a shiny boat. I'm just happy that Aya got a shiny boat, and John got to go back and live in the woods with his mates.
Yeah.
So.
But I will say one thing: Grey Worm turned into a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He annoyed me that last episode. I wanted someone to kill him so bad because he just wound me up. It was just like, get down off your high horse. Yes, we know they've just killed your girlfriend, but there was nothing you could have done with it anyway. So just get over it.
He was enjoying what he could do with her very much.
Oh, great.
Very, very
wonderful.
Much.
Yeah.
And she seemed happy.
Yeah.
She wasn't complaining.
He just annoyed me that last episode because he's been one of my favourite characters all along, and I thought he might have just gone, do you know what, Daenerys? You went a bit mad there, love. That was a bit crazy. I know we all wanted to kill everybody, but all the women and children, that's a bit loony.
So D&D would argue that they've been setting this up. And as it happens, I just, my wife and I have been rewatching the entire series. And right back in season 1, when Drogo rather, murders Viserys, well, that's her brother. She's watching her brother die. And what does she do? She says, he was weak. He was not going to be a good king. Just had the stone cold. This is just 5 minutes after, not 5 minutes, but just toward the end of the season. So within a season, she had already struck that first stone cold, and then later on, we would see her
go mad,
murdering slavers, crucifying them, all that kind of stuff.
But she always had some kind of good reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, she killed bad people.
There was no reason for this particular thing. This was just kids walking down the street. They rang the bells. They gave up, and she's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna blow you up anyways.
Right.
I'm not feeling so good today.
Right. And this is the problem. That was not enough of a setup.
It was too quick.
If anything, I was expecting her to say, "No, I'm not my father, but I'm taking out the Red Keep. Cersei's dead. Okay, fine. And that would have been that." So in other words, they just didn't sell me on it. I didn't feel they earned it. And
I can agree, but I have some new YouTube news.
Yeah,
I do. So
she's been dying to get off this subject and go to YouTube for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine. I figured this would be one exception we can make, a little tangent rant. But let's get back to YouTube.
We were talking about stuffing dogs earlier, so after they die, so.
Okay.
YouTube is thinking about introducing a major change in the real-time subscriber count, which will be displayed, which can prevent analytics sites like Social Blade from showing actively, as people subscribe and unsubscribe, where they had that big deal over the weekend with the beauty bloggers, and the people are like, oh, their numbers are falling. Oh, their numbers are rising.
No, what's all this then? What happened?
Okay, so there was this big war between 3 beauty channels.
Okay.
And the one beauty channel decides that they're going to throw out some major shade on this other much younger kid. The kid starts losing subscribers. He lost 1.5 million in one day.
James Charles.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this girl who made the allegations and the video ends up gaining 5 million subscribers. And then this other little beauty guru sees what's going on. So he decides to jump on the side of the girl who made the original video, who gained the 5 million subscribers. And he's like, oh, it's all true. This is exactly what happened. And he's going to tell everybody all this kid's secrets. Well, like I guess some lawyers and some publicists and everybody must have gotten involved because everybody's decided to have a kumbaya moment. They're taking back everything they've said, and everybody's subscriber counts are starting to shift back to where they used to be.
I'm pretty. You covered this on the last Creator Chaos because I watched it back, and Neil was sitting there going, "Do you think it's a ploy that this could be all set up that they're going to lose a certain amount of subscribers, they're going to gain amount, and then everything's going to be hunky dory?" Which is everything you just said as their roundup, and that's what Neil said last week.
Right, but the thing is that their ploy is going to probably backfire on them even more because what YouTube is suggesting is that we're not going to have the second by second real-time subscribers where you see them bounce up and down and people are emotionally invested in their subscriber counts. Because it just seems to me, it doesn't matter who it is, but once a scandal comes out, it doesn't matter what the accusation is. No matter how outlandish, if it's true or not, they just have to make a video about it, smear your name everywhere, and people are like, that's it, I'm unsubscribing, without any fact or merit or whatsoever. I mean, it has a lot to do with the amount, the kind of people that are subscribed to these channels. They're young and they're influential, you know, like they're impressionable and they'll unsubscribe like that. Who's just changed my voice?
Probably Neil.
Yeah, he's playing around.
Wow, that's amazing. So because of a couple of beauty bloggers are going to start depriving information.
Did you hear about YouTube's next thing they're going to bring in? And you only heard about it from a video that got shared, and it was the guy that was talking about his how to go viral, and he had that the video of like the 97 million black balls. He's spoken about something that not even I don't think it's been mentioned on Creator Insiders yet, and it's the real time CTR graph.
Right.
That if that comes in very quickly, that's going to change the way we're all doing our thumbnails.
Yeah, and it's not a change I'm looking forward to. But so are you all familiar with what Mike's talking about?
I haven't heard it.
So I shared this video on the.
I saw that there was a video there, but
yeah,
it's definitely worth watching.
It's definitely worth watching. Derek at Veritasium, he's like a million subscriber strong power tuber guy. He's fantastic, and but he's pointed out that what Mike just said, YouTube is going to introduce real-time click-through rates, and so it's designed, and so that's basically going to make the YouTube creators basically competing against themselves and effectively against each other to generate the highest CTRs. And that means that you'll be watching your thumbnail and you'll have to change your thumbnail like every 2 or 3 hours to see which one works the best, because if you're not doing it, then all your competitors are going to do it, and therefore they're going to dominate and you're not.
Here's the thing that just like I understand there's an importance to getting the click and all this, but what does that really have to do with the video itself?
Exactly.
Like how many videos have you seen where they actually have a decent thumbnail and then the video starts and you're like, oh, for God's sake.
Well, I mean, YouTube is all about the watch time, right? That goes without saying. But the thing is that this effectively, think of it this way. Think of it as like it's a given that you have a watchable video.
Yeah.
But if you can't get people to watch it, then that watch time is not going to happen. So now what they're trying to do is I don't know what their intention are exactly, but their intention is simple. They want to increase the watch time. So they want to keep people on the platform. So what they're trying to do is get us creators effectively to create compelling thumbnails and keep testing them in real time throughout the day to figure out which thumbnail is going to get people.
This isn't my job. My job is to sell houses, and I can understand because everybody makes like I do make 2 thumbnails a lot of times where I'm like I'm tinkering around with one idea and another idea, and I actually did this for my most recent video because I've actually decided to go back to my old style of making a template because I was told. I'm so like the thumbnails frustrate the living bejesus out of me because when I think I have it right, I have another person tell me I have it wrong. So I was told by this another guru that that my branding is not consistent, that there's no pink, like pink is obviously my dominant color, and there's no pink anymore in my thumbnails.
Was this Matt from Create You?
No. Nope, this was somebody else, because Matt from Create You told me to throw away the pink. He wants to throw up every time he sees it. But then when I
want to throw up every time I see that pink. I can just see Matt saying
he's
that,
like, it's offensive. It repels me.
Oh, God. Oh.
Thanks a lot for blowing out my headphones, Christian.
Yeah, you're loud, Christian.
That was for you, Matt. Sorry, guys.
But then when I had shifted,
oh my God. Sorry, go ahead.
I shifted around my thumbnail design with the green on the top and the green on the bottom and the pink. He was like, it's a lot less offensive.
Yeah.
So I had done that for a while, but then I was like, I got a little bit more creative and started adding layers. And I mean, I had splashes of pink. It wasn't just like pink,
Right.
Well, apparently to this expert, that no longer my thumbnails have any consistency, and they're all over the place, and they're really just I'm never gonna make it with the thumbnails I have. Never gonna make it.
You can't please all the people. You just have to. It's about which ones drive the conversions.
Right. But he's like, if I want to get X amount of views per video, this is what I need to do. And then me and him got in a scrap fight, because I'm like, but I don't want to be these people. He was comparing me to some of these big supposed, real estate people that are supposedly my competition. I said, that's not my competition.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm like, that's not my competition. And he's like, well, yes, it is. They're real estate agents. I said, in other states.
Right.
Totally not my competition. My competition is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The only other people that I'm competing with are real estate agents in my market. That's my market. I don't have any other competition in my market. That's why I dominate on Google. Well, what you need to do is you need to use the tags, real estate agent in Baton Rouge. I said, have you even looked at my channel? Because that's exactly what I did. And then the thing is, it's so funny. He was going after me at first. And then after he finished the interview, like the little thing with me, he was like, he didn't apologize, but he was like, this is a really interesting conversation. I never thought about doing a business like this. I'm like, not everybody wants to be the next blah, blah, blah. Some people just want to sell houses, and some people want to just sell hats, and some people just want to do DIY projects. It'd be nice, but is that the driving force that wakes us up at night? No. Who cares? We have kids, families. It doesn't matter to us. We're just trying to make a little bit of money, have fun, create good videos, good content. And he was like, oh, I learned a lot from this. And I'm like, you learned a lot from this. Wow. I told him, I said, well, but when you go to your next sales meeting, know your avatar, meaning know the client you're trying to sell your services to, because you didn't know your avatar before you went and talked to me. And you were confrontational from the minute we started.
Nice.
I spoke to Neil about this. He mentioned it, so I know exactly that conversation because of Neil.
You know you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're not going to tell us who it was?
No, because it's quite a big YouTuber.
No, I'm not going to. It's a big person. I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. So Paul Peck.
The person that she was speaking to is almost like a salesperson of that person. It wasn't the person directly.
Right. He's like his assistant.
Okay. Okay. So Paul Peck is saying, this is cool. He says here, for my channel, I have a 6.7 CTR for 3 million impressions, plus 435,000 minutes of watch time. To which I replied, I'm not worthy. But anyway, and he says he's getting this about every 30 days.
Wow.
That's brilliant, Paul. That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
The reason
1 million. I'm sorry. He gets a million minutes every 30 days.
What of watch time?
Of watch time, dude. Paul Peck.
You're my hero. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're still not worthy.
Why YouTube are bringing in the PR thing is because they would talk a couple of months ago. They were talking about doing YouTube A/B testing. Now, obviously, A/B testing is a premium thing that you would buy through things like TubeBuddy. I don't think they wanted to step on people's toes. So the best way you could do it is to bring in this live CTR thing that you would be testing your own thumbnails if you really wanted to.
YouTube wouldn't give a shit about stepping on TubeBuddy's toes.
No, I think they're just trying to do it their own way instead of trying to set up A/B testing for everybody.
They will rip off everybody's idea. They don't give two flying flips.
Yeah, a good idea is a good idea. Hey, there he is, the man himself, live from someplace in Florida.
Orlando.
It is Matt B from Create You. Hi, Matt.
Where is he?
Matt's really quiet.
He's very shiny tonight, isn't he?
There he is.
Shiny.
Kind of Smurf-like.
A little smurfy. A little smurfy.
All right, Matt.
You
Okay.
should wear pink, Matt.
You're here to rip me a new one for my bad impersonation of you, aren't you? Sorry.
It was a good impersonation.
I thought it was a good
I thought it was good.
I thought it was fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was
Kathy.
Listen, you put a lot of passion into that
Coffee.
impression, and I'm impressed. No,
That was from me to you, Matt.
seriously, and I only jumped on. I'm sitting here eating my Indian food leftovers, watching you guys, and I'm trying to figure out who the fuck told you that your thumbnails are not doing right.
I will inbox you that person's.
Yeah, send me him
Yeah.
because that dude is a fucking idiot. You should not be listening at all to that idiot.
But it's
the
brilliant the way
thing is,
Christina
Matt,
just took them right back down a few pegs. you know?
Yeah, but it wasn't that guy though. It was somebody working on his behalf, trying to sell that guy's services. So
Fuck that guy. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's hiring the wrong people.
Okay, the only thumb of yours recently that even like kind of like I would look at and go, you may want to look at it, is the real estate agent of the past thumbnail. That is the only one that stands out to me, and I'm like, you could probably be doing a little bit better, but it's still getting views. I'm looking at it, has 132 comparatively to 156, 100. That's doing something, okay? All of these look good. All of them look fine. They're creative. They're imaginative. It's working. You have the shock faces. You have the unshock faces. You have the things going on. All the things. They're fine. You don't need to do shit with your thumbnails, dude.
Well, I felt like the kid was reading from a script because he said,
He probably was.
He said the first thing he says to me, he goes, the thing is that before you, you need to like spend as much time on a thumbnail as you do on your content. I go, well, I'm kind of brash, and I said, whoa, motherfucker. I said, do you really think that I don't spend any time on my thumbnails? I mean, honest to God, let's just take a moment here. Do you think I don't take any time with them? Like I just, just randomly just take some pictures and just throw it up there. I don't add any saturation, color, nothing. You just, oh no. He goes, well, you see the pink here? I mean, it's not consistently. And he goes, and your font isn't the same. I said, you're wrong. I picked this. I've never changed my settings. It's the same in PicMonkey with every single one of my thumbnails. It's this. I pick it. It's Chunk 5. I've used Chunk 5 for the last year. I've never changed it. He's like, well, you've stretched it out here, and see, it's a different size on this thumb than it is with this thumb. I'm like, at that point, I was like, this is just petty. And then he pulls out the comparisons of these other big real estate channels, like,
I just saw your DM. What are you doing, even engaging in this? Why would you?
I was notified. I was called by them. I did not reach out to them. I didn't even know who he was. I knew of his name, and that's it. I did not know of any of his videos. Have no idea. I was reached out by him.
Was the kid who you spoke to, does he have his own channel?
I don't ask. I didn't care enough to even find.
Because if he did own his videos, I had his own videos, and he had his own channels, and you could be like, well, okay, let's You're ripping mine. Let's go have a look at yours. Do you have 200 subs? Do you have fucking 200 subscribers? Because I can work for Nike, but it doesn't mean I can make shoes.
Right, exactly.
Do you?
Well, I'd explain to him. I said, YouTube is not my career. YouTube helps. It's just another pillar in my career, but it's not my career. You know.
Well,
that's not my ultimate goal.
Did you pay this kid, or did he? You said he reached out to you.
He did. He
So-
emailed me. And then the other thing is like, well, you know, the thing is if you know you get this on track, you could go on speaking engagements, you could start writing courses. I said, whoa, you really have no idea. That's exactly what I did all year last year. I flew all over the country teaching real estate agents how to do a YouTube channel like I do, because not all of us want to be that person. Some of us just want to sell houses in our local market. And I tell people how I do it to get business for free.
Oh, bless your heart. That's wonderful, Christy. This is delightful. Oh man, this is you're going Targaryen on this kid. You know what I mean? You just Dracarys this son of a bitch. You know?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's the thing is, it's like when I get fired up, like the filter's off, and I just go full on. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
Christina, Dracarys. That's what dragons do.
When's bingo starting?
Yeah. When is bingo starting?
No tentative plans. I can't divulge any information at this point in time.
See, you can't divulge any plans to my fucking idea.
I stole it. Just
Okay,
saying.
fair enough.
I'll admit to that. I totally ripped that off.
I will high five you there, sir. You can take two.
High five, fist bump.
Done.
Oh yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to do. Christina, your thumbnails are fine. They're beautiful. They're wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, they have pink in them. Most of them, they have pink of some variety, which I hate, but you love, so keep it. I always say, if you're gonna use it, Your thumbnails are fantastic. You guys have a great show. I'm gonna go back to eating my leftovers.
Okay, Indian food is delicious until you get bad Indian food, then you don't eat it for a long time. Just saying.
That happened.
A little warning.
Yeah, I took a long break off Indian for a long time. But anyway, hey, Christian, it's so nice to see you. By the way.
Thanks, Matt. Good to see you too, man.
So,
He's over 20,000 subscribers. He's over 20,000 subscribers.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, dude, that is amazing.
Thanks.
Going up.
Thank you.
My God, and you haven't done a video in how long?
6
Well,
months.
that's the thing. I had like a month-long hiatus. I uploaded last week, but then I hit 20K this weekend, and
But to be fair, if you didn't upload for another 6 months, you would still hit 100,000 subscribers because all your videos, because people would go, oh, I'm watching one video, I need to subscribe and watch the rest. You know, not everyone is. Not everyone is like us that can just sit there and go, need to watch YouTube now, found a channel, need to watch. I mean, which is what I done, and then I told Christine about it, and she was like, oh my God, me and Eddie, we just sat there all day listening to this guy, this Christian Reddy. Who is he? I just need to watch more. And I was like, he's fucking great, isn't he? And we were just...
you guys are great. I love you guys.
So, yeah.
I thought you uploaded last week. I did. It was a black hole one. I watched this one.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, good. You saw that. Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, it was amazing, and like I was so waiting,
Eric.
like watching this unfold with the black hole. It's just mind-numbing to me. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-numbing. I love the way you explain it. I love the way you break this down. It's fantastic.
He's not bullshitting. You know, that's like the best part. You know that he's not reading, like he may be reading off a script, but he totally knows what the hell he's talking about. Absolutely. He confidently speaks it, and you could tell he's genuinely excited about it. And I'm like, this is like watching PBS special for free.
The thing I love about it is that you know when he's explaining to you that he is under-educating the actual thing that he's telling you, because you know if he was actually to explain it to you properly, you'd be like, What?
Oh,
What the? Chris,
Oh,
Christian,
look at me like a kindergartner, so
Yeah.
he knows how to talk to me like a kindergartner.
Christian does his videos as if we're all children because he knows that's the only way we can understand this shit.
Yes. It's like talking
Yeah.
like 5. Like, okay, it's plain fun.
Good job, Mr. Reddy. I really like it.
Thanks, guys.
What I love about all of what Christian is doing right now is he delivers it with a lot of passion.
Passion.
I love it. So keep doing it, man.
You should
Thanks,
get some
man. Thank you
coffee.
so much. You guys are
Get him
great.
a cup of coffee, Matt.
Coffee.
You know what? Next time
Coffee.
I'm up your way or you're down my way, I will take you to coffee. I know a place.
I would love coffee. Actually, I drink tea, but I'll go to coffee.
We do the tea too. We can do tea and all the things. Anyways, you guys have a fun night, okay? Bye.
You two guys. Thank you so much, Matt. Appreciate it, man.
See you,
Hey,
man.
What's up,
Timey
guys?
Timey Lives is here too.
Hey, Timey. Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Eric.
Welcome
Good
to the
evening.
jungle.
How are you?
Glad to see you, my friend.
Congrats on 20K.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
How's
So,
it feel to be so big?
it's shocking. Is all I could say. It's shocking. It really is.
It's been nice to watch, and I can't wait for the next couple of months to go. Man, remember when he was 20K? He's now 100.
No. When you started with the whole creator chaos thing, I was like, oh, he's just only a couple hundred subscribers less than me, you know. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, he's about to get over my subscriber count. I'm like, that's okay. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my god, he's like blowing up. Oh my god, what's wrong with my content? How come he's got much better than me?
I can now see you stomping your feet in the kitchen going, no.
That's just not fair. You know, I work just as hard as he does, and I put out twice as much content. How come he gets all the glory and I get nothing? Nothing.
We need that wah, wah, wah.
Right.
Where is it?
Holy crap.
There we go.
There you go.
You guys are great. I don't know. I don't know why. It just is
Do you
what
know
it is.
why, Christian? Because you make good shit. It doesn't matter how much. No. Yours is like a super beyond an intellectual. Mine's kind of like I got some facts in there. It's kind of a little silly. And it's not like.
And you
it
make
isn't-
it so fun.
But it's not like PBS special good. You know.
But in all fairness, you're not going to get subscribers from Bootle in Liverpool wanting to watch, your stuff about homes in Louisiana. You're just not, cause, and in all fairness, you're not aiming your channel, like you said before, you're not aiming your channel at them type of people. You want people in your area or within your area,
Right.
next couple of states who want to move in. Whereas Christian stuff, it's kind of relatable to anybody in the world who's got a set of eyes and can see the sky. It's kind of there's huge differences, but I wouldn't say you do anything. I wouldn't say your videos are better or his are worse or his are better. I wouldn't say anything like that.
No, your production values, Christina, are just amazing. I mean,
I took an idea from you though, because sometimes when you're talking, you'll throw a graph over, like you'll throw a graph or some kind of animation. and
oh,
then-
you mean like if I'm talking and over here, there's something comes up? Yeah.
or even covers your whole entire face, like the whole clip will cover your whole entire.
Oh
face.
yeah, B-roll, right?
Yeah, your B-roll, and I'm like, oh, I could do that to cover up mistakes that I've made. So a lot of times when you see animations, it's because there was a big giant cut.
Yeah.
That looks really goofy. So I throw the B-roll over there so that when it comes back to me, it doesn't look so goofy.
You never know exactly. Oh yeah, that's a time-honored trick.
I didn't know the trick until
Yeah, I because when I first started, well, I mean, yeah, my early videos were all strictly voiceover, and but the problem with doing nothing but voiceover, at least for me, is like I feel like if the picture's up there for too long, it just gets boring, and people just kind of tune out and snooze out. So you got to change it up, but you got to change it with some other picture or some animation, and I had to fill up like every single second of the video with something on screen, otherwise it's not a video. And then I decided, okay, just to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to try going on camera, so at least if there's nothing to show, there's nothing to show and I can just talk. But I quickly realized, oh yeah, cover. It's called coverage, you know. You just sometimes you'll see me do a jump cut right there on the screen, but
well, everybody does a jump cut, but it wasn't. I don't know. It covered up a lot of it covered a lot of multitude of sins in my videos. When I discovered that trick, I was like, that was good.
And then when you're watching it, you're just like, my God, I sound like I know what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah. Yep. And nothing makes me happier if I can make it through a whole like section without having to edit it.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've learned too, I don't know if anybody else does this, is that when I know I mess up, I pause for 3 seconds, gather my thoughts, and then go right back into it again. So sometimes when I've made a cut, you cannot tell at all.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
But
you're better at that.
Your videos have got better, and you've become a bit more creative since you've been doing the real estate videos. You've been putting loads more like different like shots and different angles,
Charlie.
and
Peace out, Charlie.
Charlie's gone.
Good night, Charlie.
Good night, Charles.
My friend.
See you guys next week.
Catch you later, dude. Yeah, you've been putting like loads of little because you've been watching editing and animation videos, haven't you? You have been watching a load of stuff like that. Well, I think the pair of us have, because we've just been binge watching all sorts of shots and.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like I was wondering because Neil and I got in this argument. He's like, "Well, you can't do a shot like that in slow mo unless you use your DSL camera, and then you're gonna have to get a gimbal." I said, "I have a gimbal for my phone." He's like, "Well, you can't do shots like that with your phone." I'm like, "That's not true. All these real estate agents are doing it." And he's like, "Well, I don't know a way. There's just not a way, and you just can't do that." And I'm like. Like nobody tells me no. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna find out. So that's when I found that Filmic Pro, and it does do the slow mo, buttery smooth, great shots. I do it all the time. Like one of my favorite things to do is have the ceiling fans running, and then when you do the shot of the house, the ceiling fan looks like it's just moving so super slow. It looks really cool.
Oh, cool.
You can actually take the gimbal and move really fast across the room, but it's slowing it down so slow that it moves like, you know, and the fans moving really slow, so it gets it that dreamy, buttery look. So
yeah,
Filmic
it's
Pro.
a good app. I was able to spend some time with it over the weekend, and I like it.
Close and personal.
Yeah.
I just bought it myself. I haven't used it yet, but I was just going through the menus. I was like, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do that.
I mean, you could do everything through the native app, but it's a lot more challenging.
But you can't change like frame rate through the native app. Right?
You can go into the settings and change to the speed.
Right, but the clarity with that Filmic Pro is so much better. Like when I filmed with that and filmed with the other app, it made a huge difference between the two apps. It has a better stabilization.
I wonder why that is, because you're still using the same camera, aren't you? It's still the same camera. It's like, I don't know. It's like
it's just better software.
Yeah.
What it comes down to.
The camera. It's how they're uploading the picture to the app.
But wouldn't you think that Apple, you know, the size of Apple, I mean, Apple are bigger than Filmic Pro. Wouldn't you think that they would go, right, we because they all say, oh, we put this brand new camera in, it's really good, and it does this and it does that, but then they give you the shitty app to take photos with it?
It's not so much that it's a shit app. It's more like, well, you know, I mean, they have to put engineering resources into building the hardware and software, right? And you have to make trade-offs. Like even Apple doesn't have an infinite supply of resources to throw at things, so they got to decide, well, we know that we can always improve the software later, but we've got to get the hardware right first.
Yeah, but there's also the size of Apple. Apple could go to someone like, right, who develops the best app for the iPhone.
Right, they could just buy them out.
And no, not even that. Just say, right, okay.
Copy them.
Yeah, no, not even that. Even if you just said, right, you're going to develop the apps for our iPhones now. We ain't paying you, but you need to discount it by 80% to anyone who buys an iPhone.
Well, this is what Apple usually MO is. They let everybody else come out with all of it first,
and then
steal
they come
out with it better. That's exactly what I mean. Those MP3 players were out forever.
Yeah.
And they came out with theirs, and they just made it so much better that nobody even wanted anything else. They were like, "What is all this? What was it? A Zoom? It was a Zoom."
Also, keep in mind too that Apple has to make a filming a photo / video app for everybody, right? So they're trying to figure out, okay, how do you get mom, the kids to be able to use this? We need more. You know what I mean? So it doesn't suit them. Like,
yeah, Apple are aiming it at the consumer, not the professional. Well,
Exactly.
not that we're
Right.
professionals, but we're trying
But
to
we
do,
need-
we're
we
trying to
need
do
more than-
we're trying to do a job that we want it to look professional, or you're trying to you're trying to record something that you want it to look like Hollywood, which is that's fair enough. But they're not. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
I just want to shoot the kids playing. I just want to shoot the kids softball game.
These are just like the ones these are for the videos that Neil and I do, and all I'm doing is going through the house and moving the camera this way, this way, this way,
Right.
this way, and I'm doing that in each room. I mean, I'm not making, these are not epic motion pictures. They're 2 minutes long. He says his thing. These people here have no idea. They are just now starting, like barely. There's probably only 4% of the real estate agents out here are doing video, and it's like they consider a video. Like they're another 30% think that they're doing video because they made a slideshow with pictures, with like crappy music and transitions. So you're actually just seeing the pictures that are on the MLS moving with music. That's not a virtual tour. That's not a video tour. So what we're doing here is like it's like light years beyond what people can even comprehend. They think that we're walking on water, And I'm like, I'm doing it with my phone. They're like, you're doing this with your phone. It looks so beautiful, in their opinion, and they're willing to pay us for it. So like, I'm not, until I start making a lot more money from doing this, I'm not going to invest in a good, expensive gimbal to hold my camera.
Yeah.
that one I linked you in the Dusty Porter Discord. That was good. That though. The one that the 3-axis gimbal, the one with the spring on the front. I don't even know. Is that something that someone has? Can you actually buy that gimbal? Because it's an add-on.
Is that from DJI?
It was basically it was on Dusty's Discord last week, and a guy put it in, and it was the Osmo. It was the Osmo gimbal, but he'd
has a spring in it.
He'd taken like the top off and added the spring in, and then there was a little adjustment on the spring, so the bounce was there, and you could adjust that, and then obviously you could go any way. And he was running up the stairs with it, and it was so smooth. It was really, the video quality was so smooth. I don't even know, but it doesn't look like something that come from DJI, because it was a different color to the whole device. You'd think if they made it, it would be at least the same color.
It was a different company.
It was a different.
Wasn't. Okay.
Did you look into the price of those?
Yeah, I'm like, if the next gimbal I get, the thing, well, I'm gonna pay off that drone first. Once that drone is paid off, which it will be one more set of houses that we do, but once that drone is paid off, then I'm gonna get the gimbal for my camera, like the good gimbal.
For your DSLR or for your, yeah.
For my DSLR, because it really is better. It is smoother. I didn't have the money to do it, I'm not going to justify it. I can justify the drone more than I can anything else, because this is good enough for what we're doing.
Yeah. But I mean, you say that, but you've only, like you just said, then you look at the videos other people are putting out, and then the stuff that it makes me laugh, because you say, oh, only if they knew it was filmed on an iPhone. But it was like, only if they actually spoke to me in person. He'd be like, you're not the guy doing the voice on these videos. There's no way. So you're just doing it with some scruffy looking guy from Liverpool that doesn't sound like any type of voiceover guy whatsoever, and you're filming it on an iPhone. Bollocks. You're lying. They wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, but like, I'm in a real estate video group. And, those people that are in this group have, like, 3 mirrors, cameras, and they have, they have sound crews, and they have production companies that follow them in there. And then when they put together these listing videos, they look like a motion picture video trailer, like movie trailers. They're like epic film.
In a house near you.
Yeah, like basically,
Oh.
they got the drone shots going like this, and then the speed shots through here, and then they buttery smooth here, and then it's like, then you see the car pull in the driveway, and it's like, here's the video of me and my Aunt Joan and Uncle Bill. They want to sell their house, like.
Yeah, but at least that video.
That was like literally a Lamborghini pulling up, and I'm like, "Here's my video that was shot on my phone," you know.
I mean, you sent me one last night, and it was just it was like the most cinematic.
I gotta head out, guys. Sorry.
Oh, bye,
Good night, Patty.
Bye, Patty.
I'll bring this next time.
Oh, that would have been perfect to listen to as we're mourning Game of Thrones. Jeez.
Oh, it's not playable. It's just a
mandolin.
It's an antique mandolin. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Anyway, okay. I'll jump in the chat if I can.
Okay.
All right. Good night, Patty.
Good night, Patty.
Bye.
But yes, that video last night, it was like something that was done in Hollywood. But then it was like 5 people had made their own videos, all put them together, but none of them matched.
Yeah, and there's some people that they have too much knowledge, so they try to put in everything they know about cinematography and everything, and they throw these videos together. And I'm like, what was that video about? Like, was it about a house? Was it for sale? I'm confused. And then other ones, they have themselves in it so much that you're like, are you selling a house or are you selling yourself? Because I'm confused about that. But like I said, they're so good. They're so well done. Some of them make like a show
Mike.
about...
Good night, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
I wonder where Christine had gone then. See you later, Mike. Christine was not on screen then at all.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who else had gone.
No, I just paused my video.
Right, guys.
I had to do something. I don't think you need to see it on camera.
Oh,
You
wait,
had to
did you
pick your
fart?
nose.
No, I have a tooth that has to be removed and it's aching, so I'm like rubbing Ambisol on there. I don't want you to.
Oh, I hate that stuff with a passion. Ambisol.
Gotta do something to take the edge off. Though.
Cup of tea.
I heard heroin works really well.
I've been drinking tea. Yeah, I should probably do some.
Vicodin.
Yeah. You can chew those like Tic Tacs. That's like a yeah, but I'm like the one thing I can honestly say that like with all these videos with some of these people that have hired very expensive crews and stuff like that, a lot of them is as nice as they look, as pretty as they look, they fail on either A, telling a story, or B, like delivering on what they were promised at the beginning. You know, they made it so much about them, you barely even knew it was about the house because it was, you know, they were so in front of the camera. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind being in front of people and being on camera, but I don't need it to be about me in every single video. So, I mean, I like, that's why I really loved that video so much, because it was so heartwarming. And it really it was just about my Aunt Joan and them just trying to sell their house. And it was such a cute little story, you know? So I don't know. I just think that there's more to it than just flashy pictures and flashy stuff. If you can tell.
I think so too, yeah. There's a lot to be said for just doing that, you know, that real human story, you know, why not?
Yep. It's done really well on the Facebook. On my personal page, it's gotten over 700 views on the Facebook today.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like I shared it in my local community page, and a couple people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss Aunt Joan and Uncle Bill," so they shared it on their personal page, which was really nice.
That's so cool.
It's an immaculate house, though. The house, it looks like it's never been lived
I gotta
in.
see this video. I haven't had a chance to yet.
You can eat off their floor.
Wow.
And they have a dog, and I would totally eat on. If they threw food on the floor, I'd be like, I'm all right, I'll eat it. I'm good.
You guys keep it clean enough. Good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, like my Aunt Joan has never seen a speck of dust that she hasn't murdered. You know?
Wow.
It's annihilated. She's 86 years old, and you would never know it. She got a little arthritis, you know, but she's alive and kicking.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we've all got a little
house.
bit. It was a nice house. It was.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually, I'd say that was probably better than any of the houses we've done together.
What is it listed for?
$340.
Okay. It's just one level, right? So.
Yeah, most of the time you don't see double-story homes here in Louisiana. They're not very common.
Mm-hmm.
That blew me away when I was looking like around Louisiana. I was like, why are they all bungalows? Why is does no one have an upstairs? No one has an upstairs, and no one has carpet. It was like, this is strange. I was like, this is really, you find one bungalow in England every, especially in Liverpool, will be one bungalow every 10,000 houses.
Yeah. So you guys have no basements there because you're at sea level or
below,
close to it?
We're below.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
See, up here, everyone has a basement, pretty much.
I would love to have a basement.
Yeah. Christian, you have a basement, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a split foyer home.
Gotcha.
You know what those are? Like when you walk in the door, you either have to go up or down.
Or you gotta do.
That's where I am right now. I'm downstairs.
The house that I grew up as a kid was a split foyer.
There you go.
Yep.
So is your upstairs, say, your living room, kitchen, and bedrooms?
Yeah.
And then downstairs will be like
recreation room, TV room. The laundry room is down there.
That's
that kind of stuff.
Exactly how our house was. Was
Yeah.
your house built in the 70s?
Oh yeah, it was very
Well, our house
popular.
Ours was built in the 70s, and it's exactly what it was. The bedrooms were all upstairs.
Yeah.
Kitchen and the formal dining room, and then
Yep.
then you had like a game room downstairs with the laundry room.
I don't know why there's such a popular design. I guess because you get a lot of floor space for a very compact house. You know what I mean? Like the house doesn't take up the house is a very small footprint.
Mm-hmm.
So you get you can cram a lot of them into a place, I guess.
I think like for my mom, it was always that she always put us downstairs so that when guests came over, they would go upstairs and all the kids would be downstairs, and we could leave it a mess and no one would see the garbage that was going on down there. Because we would have our Ataris out and all that other stuff, and she liked it that way. The floor plans have changed over the years. I've not seen a modern floor plan with the split foyer like you're talking about. And I've not seen a brand new house built like that here or even Atlanta or no, I haven't seen it.
Wow.
What's yours, Eric?
It's
a colonial, 3-story colonial.
Right.
Brick front, standard. All the bedrooms upstairs and basement, full basement.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, what was it in England? That'd be a townhouse. We classed 3 stories as townhouses.
So usually townhouses, they're connected.
Oh,
right?
Here they're connected. Here,
right.
If it's a townhouse, they have to be connected to one another.
Yeah, I think in England they just kind of build anything anyway. However they like it. It seems to be these days. It's like, okay, well, I mean, some of the townhouses by me, you'll have a load of them connected, and then there'd be like 1, 2, 3 on their own, and then there'd be more connected. It's like, why have you done that?
So they wouldn't call the one by itself. It wouldn't be called a single family.
Oh, they're all the entire same house. Every single house looks. You'll have 100 houses in a row, and they'll all look identical. Every single one of them.
We call that track builders here. They built the same house, so they track it down the line.
Yeah, and then you go to certain areas. I mean, by me, all the houses. It's by me. It's strange because on one side of the road, all the houses are the same, and then on the opposite side of the road, they're completely different to our houses. It's weird, and then you'll go around the corner and you'll go in one street, and every single house next to each other, they're all detached houses, and every single one of them is completely different. Some might be 4 stories, some might be bungalows, some might be 5 stories, some might be 3, some might be 2. It's and the different shapes, different sizes, but every single house will be completely different. It's weird. It's really it's odd, beyond odd. So what's Eric been up to then?
Just busy. I just got home not too long ago and just keeping busy.
You're
My
not
days
wearing
are-
a hat.
I know. Look what I did. I don't know if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you.
I see a crack in your wall right now.
Oh man.
It's like he's going into the third universe. He's
What is?
going to the other side.
What
Oh,
lies beyond? Oh, okay.
look at you
Go
with
low.
your
Look at all those
hat
hats.
sensation.
Oh wait, you mean that's not a real wood background? Oh, okay.
No, he's in the other room. He's just
There we go.
he is. He's in
Oh yeah, Christina's.
So you're not, Ian, do you not, when you come on live, do you not go in the space that where you do your videos?
So I don't go live on my channels.
Why do you not go live? That's always, I've always wanted to ask you that. Why don't you go live?
I've been once, on my weight loss channel, and I just didn't like it. So I just have to get used to it. So that's all.
Because
I want to. Yeah.
Especially when you're by yourself and you kind of have to like keep the whole show rolling along, you know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's a skill.
All right. I'm thinking about doing a quick, like maybe 10 or 15 minute for my 10,000.
Which how close are you at to now? Because you were getting pretty close last week, weren't you?
I'm looking right now.
98.35.
Yeah, you are so close, my friend.
Oh man, make it happen.
It's right around the corner.
Subscribe now.
Yeah.
So like 175 subs.
We're on
Now
there.
165, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
This
I'll be
just-
happy when I'm there. So I'm more concerned about the view count and watch time. You
Well,
know,
yeah.
but 10,000 will help, get me more deals. Because, when brands are looking at you, that's all they're looking at.
What size?
That's it. They
Yeah.
don't look at anything else.
They only care about sub count.
Yeah, that's the crypto channels are exactly the same. Like I've seen. So I mean, there are. I mean, when crypto blew up, 2007, end of 2017, there were channels that literally come out in December, went and bought 50,000-60,000 subscribers, started the channel, and then from that you've got 200,000-300,000 subscribers because everyone was looking at the scene. But they've started off with a low, and then off the back of that comes all sorts of paid adverts and paid this and paid that, and it's subscribers do count for something, and they do.
Oh, I was told at my meeting that the subscribers were the most important thing. I said, boy, you've got that twisted. I told him that. And I said, don't get me wrong, I love my loyal subscribers, but if I put out a video, I would hope that my 2,000 subscribers would watch my video, but they don't. He's like, that's because of your thumbnail. I said, I highly doubt that.
It does not know when to shut the hell up.
No. So if they're not watching your video because of your thumbnail, even though all your other thumbnails are very similar to the thumbnail you just put out, why did
not,
they?
according to him, they were not similar.
But your
No consistency.
you can spot your thumbnail in a thumbnail of 1,000 thumbnails with ease. So if the people aren't watching because of the thumbnail, why did they subscribe in the first place? It's just people just talk so much rubbish sometimes, and they do genuinely talk rubbish. YouTube is absolutely full. It's more full of them the deeper you go into YouTube, and you realise these people are just talking crap, but they're getting paid for it.
Yeah, I wasn't buying when he had to sell, and he was like, he even said at the end, he was like, this was probably the most interesting. This was very interesting. I learned a lot, and I'm like, that's not how a sales call should ever end for your client, your possible client. You need to go back to sales school because you do not know how to target your audience, my friend.
But it makes it even worse.
Not know your avatar.
It makes it even worse when the client that you've just lost has schooled you. Not that the guy that you've just brought on board or the woman you've just brought on board as a potential new customer is like telling you things, but the person that you've just lost because you are thick.
Oh, he was very, very, very sure of himself. I was like, the more he talked, the more my blood was just boiling. It just, because he was saying things.
Who is this? Who are you guys talking about?
I won't say who he represents. Because there's lots.
I
of
missed
people
something.
He's got over 1 million subscribers. I'll inbox you the name of the person that he works for, but I won't say it on air.
I was getting scam messages on Fiverr today. Literally been on there 2 minutes, and I'm having some woman from China who was in America trying to scam me.
I saw that. That was great.
Because I even messaged Dusty and said, "Do you get many of these?" And he was like, "Yeah, all the time." And I was like, "What? Of all the places to try and scam people on Fiverr, that's just ridiculous." It is absolutely ridiculous, but it's everywhere. And it's becoming more and more, and it's annoying. It makes you not want to go online sometimes because it could be either an email or, even like the guy ringing you. You didn't, he could have said he was from where he was, but he mightn't have been from where he was at all.
don't know, like, because the links go straight to that person's website.
Yeah, I don't know. But you don't know. I mean, look at Apple.
I mean, it would be really hard to, like, why would he go through the whole cloning process trying to get me to click on his website to download his stuff? You know, like, it was obviously his stuff. And then you could go to the YouTube channel and go and meet the same links. He worked for him, 100%.
It's crazy. It's just like, let people, if people want to buy what you're selling, allow them to buy it. Don't try and force them into it, because you're looking really stupid by doing it.
Yeah, and I don't like I was trying to explain to him. I'm like, I don't mind taking advice, but it doesn't really make sense for what you're saying. He's like, well, if you want to blow up, and I'm like, but I told you from the beginning of the call, I'm not looking to be the next Casey Neistat. I'm not looking to be, you know, who you're comparing me to. I don't understand.
Right.
I kind of don't understand where this is coming from. I mean, if you want to help me out, you know, with things that I could do for my local target area, that would be awesome. But he didn't even know how he that was off the script. He didn't. I don't think he knew what he was supposed to be. He's like,
I don't.
Afterwards, I think he needed a drink. You know.
I don't think a lot of salespeople nowadays know what they're talking about in general. It literally is just it's scripted rubbish. It is. They just don't know. People don't know how to sell things now because they don't look into the product that they're trying to sell enough. It's just like, I've got a job. Okay, I'll try and sell it. If I can, I can. I can't, I can't.
They don't understand their customer either. I think that's a big problem. A big problem. Because they have been taught from this script, that's all they know how to do is respond in the script format. Because there's a company, a big corporation called Zillow, and they've had salespeople trying to get me to buy their internet leads. And I've had conversations with them, and I'm like, please stop talking to me from a script and have a real conversation to me. How many actual conversions come off your website in my zip code? And the guy said, well, blah, 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 according to the da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you are not answering my question. You're averting the question. These salespeople drive me crazy. I cannot have a real conversation with any of them because they do not know how to, they don't know how to be real people to another person over the phone.
I wouldn't class them as real salespeople, and they're just idiots trying to do it. I mean, a good salesman will sell you something without you even know you've bought it.
Right, but how many of those are left in the world?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Are always looking for the angle. That's like the salespeople are looking for the angle, the easy way. How do I hustle? How do I hustle? You know, and I just want to turn and burn and hustle because that's all they hear. That's how they feel like they have to make it. They want the hustle, the grind, the burn. You know,
everything now is also a stopping point. It's like, well, I'm just doing this because I want to do that. I'm just doing that because I want to get here. It's like, well, why don't you just try and be good at something? Because you're going to end up going through all these jobs and be good at absolutely nothing. So put all your effort into one thing and maybe you'll get somewhere. But they just don't know. They just can't be bothered.
That's a lack of not knowing what you want to do. Because when I got out of high school and I was in college and realized the college thing wasn't for me, I was like, now what the hell do I do?
I don't know what I want to do.
Job for me, and I had no idea what I wanted to do the rest of my life. You know,
I've up until the past few months, I have never known what I've wanted to do with my life. Yeah, I'm a DJ, but I've been a wagon driver. I've been, I've installed lifts. I've been a taxi driver. I've done, every possible. I've never actually known. I never come out of school going, right, I want to be this or I want to be that. DJing was just easy because I enjoy playing music and I'm kind of good at it, and there was a job there, and that led to another one and another one, and you just 20 years later you're just stuck in it, and it was like, right, okay, but doing the voiceovers, that's the first time I've thought I actually enjoy getting in that little 1 meter by 1 meter box and talking into a microphone. Yeah. I actually enjoy this and I'd like to do this. And it's like, at 44 years of age, it's like, now I know what I want to do with my life.
That's fine. That's fine. You know,
I did it. I cut hair for 10 years. I traveled, showed other hairdressers how to do hair, the new trends for that particular year. And I liked that job. But then when I didn't like it, I was like, I gotta find something else. I cannot do this for the rest of my life. It's gonna kill my back. I can't do it.
Yeah. What did you do before YouTube, Eric?
So I have a business background, but I went to school for IT. So I still do business and IT together. So
yeah,
I kind of mixed it up.
You were always a school teacher?
A school teacher?
Christian, were you always a school teacher?
No.
That's where you worked for NASA. That's why you
yeah. I mean, I had I my training is in astronomy, but then I went to get a real job doing IT and tech, and I liked it, you know, but at the same time, I wasn't very good at it, and I got fired from more jobs than I'd like to, you know, admit, all of them. So when I had the opportunity to go to teaching, I decided, you know, who needs money anyway, you know? And, yeah.
I went through.
Was that a mistake? But at the same time, I'm doing what I really, truly love doing, and that is telling people about this stuff. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoy what I'm doing, even though I'm not making, you know, a lot of money at it. I'm loving it. So if I can make this happen on YouTube and use this as a way to
even better
support my teaching habit, that's my goal here.
I think I went through from leaving school at 16 till the ages of 22 when I started DJing. The jobs, and I was fired from every single one of them. I was literally fired. The only job that I wasn't fired from was being a doorman, like working on security on club doors. That was the only job I wasn't fired from. But everything else, I was fired from picking carrots. I was fired from working in a petrol station of a night time, because I used to get on the tannoy and give people shit as they were walking past. I was stopped from being a taxi driver because I was too abusive to the customers. I was just trying to think. I was sacked from a printing place because I came in late one day and the boss decided to give me a load of shit. So naturally, Neil just gives him a load of shit back. The list when we actually sat down, me and my dad, a while ago, and we writ them all down. And he was like, "Were you not sacked from any of them? Did you leave any?" And I was like, "Nope, didn't leave one of them. I never left one."
What I was doing.
What about the doorman?
The doorman, that was basically, I seen what the DJs were doing. This is, I mean, I was on the doors when I was 20. This is like in Liverpool, and it was, you know, because I've always been angry and small and wide, it was just the ideal job. So it was just I was just watching these guys like DJ, and I was like, that looks easy. They're just playing songs. I've got a musical background. Looked into it. 2 years later, I was a DJ, and that was it. It was
so you did leave the doorman job.
Yeah, I was saying that was the only one that I never got sacked from. It was the only one that I never got sacked from. But everything else from the age of
fired.
Oh, it was a regular occurrence with me. The best one was I used to fit stair lifts for elderly people for this one guy in Liverpool. He was a bit stuck up his own arse. He thought he was better than everybody else.
Wow.
And
tell us how you really felt about it.
Oh, he was an absolute arsehole. So he had a small van which he'd sort of done up like flash wheels, and the van was more than a van. It was like a pimped out van. And I was driving it back one day in the wet and got a bit cocky and going down country lanes, and it was I ended up upside down in someone's garden. So yeah, I was sacked from that one as well.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to head off to bed myself. I'm starting to fade out here, but great being back with you guys.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, great seeing you all. Miss you guys.
Next time you come on, you'll be at 30,000 now.
No, I hope. No, I mean, but I don't want to be like not waiting that long. Yeah. God, you know, this sucks. I mean, because I'm gonna be gone every Tuesday night until pretty much the end of July.
So what is it? How long is it? Did you say 6 weeks or 7 weeks?
It's 7 weeks, and then the following week I go to Wyoming for something else. But yeah, it's it's a lot. You know, they got 7 weeks, 3 hours a night for 3 nights a week. Tuesday.
So what is this? I must have missed this.
I'm teaching astronomy summer school.
So, so
When
if
did you do astrology? When you did the tarot card reading? Didn't you do that for a little bit?
so if we were to move Chaos every second week to a Monday, you could come on then, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I could. I could do Monday night.
You'll have to ask the boss on that one. I just press the buttons.
Yeah.
So you're working, Neil.
No, I now don't work midweek. I only work Friday, Saturday, Sundays now.
So anyway, well, let me know if returning to a Monday night occasionally would work. Otherwise, if so, I'm happy to drop on. But anyway, I'm gonna get to bed. I'll see you guys.
See you later.
So long.
Adios.
Farewell. Avita
Long
Zane.
and prosper. How do I cut this doggone thing? I don't understand how this thing works.
I'm right.
Works for NASA, but can't stop a phone call.
I usually have the same issue too. I'm like, where the hell is this damn thing?
This did happen to us last week as well. It ended up with the 3 amigos.
Yep. Just the 3 of us.
It was.
Just the 3 of us.
We can make it if we try. Just the 3 of us. Just the 3 of us.
And then we pulled on.
We got Mario. Come on. We need to get Beanie. We need to find.
Yeah, where has Beanie been?
He's just been taking a bit of personal time off. I think he's just. He's. I think after the whole Mother's Day thing, it just He just.
We miss you, dude. If you're listening, we miss you.
He's probably lurking in the background. He is I
bet he is.
He's an infamous lurker, is our Beanie.
He's a very sneaky guy.
He is a very sneaky guy. So.
He's gonna show up.
No.
Oh, if you do get a chance to watch that video, Neil does the narration for it. It's like.
I hated it.
He hated it because I made him sound cheery. He's kind of game show sounding. He's like, "This is Aunt Joan and Uncle Bill."
I was there. I watched the premiere.
Oh, that's right. You did. You saw it. You saw it.
Do you know what the bad thing about that is? I was editing the other video that I'd sent you while your premiere was on, and I was looking at the clock thinking, right, I was looking at 15 minutes, and I had in my head 12:15, and it wasn't, because I had in my head 6:15 in the UK, but you'd done it at 11:15, didn't you? Mm-hmm. But you'd already told me, and had already gone into the live stream, and had already commented, and it was like, I went back, and it was like, oh, the video's there to play. Why is it not premiere? I was like, oh no, you've gone and missed it. I was like, I've kind of seen it a few times. How many people turned up for that? Because it was your first premiere, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just wanted to try it. I'd never done it before. 7 people, and I didn't really advertise it. I was like, hey, you know what would happen if I just push this premiere button,
See what happens. You know, I could get a lot of people come out of this.
Do you think they completely and utterly ruined premieres? Because when it first came out, everyone was doing it for a month, and now nobody does a premiere. There's not one person I know does a premiere.
I have a few channels that do it. There has to be. It's almost like this one channel that does it that I see that is very successful. They do it at the same exact time every week. They do it every Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and a bunch of people show up. And he advertises it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. He makes it into an event, and he has they as it's playing, like he has like little games like how many times I say this, or how many times, like, name all the ingredients. Whoever can name all the ingredients, I'll send you a t-shirt. Make sure you DM me after the stream, you know.
That's pretty cool. He makes it fun.
Yeah, he turns it into it's an event. He turns the premiere into something, you know.
Yeah. But you don't see as many as you did. as when it came out.
Because people are overusing it. I mean, how many people like just? I mean, people were premiering their live streams. Like, do you really need to premiere a live stream? You're live streaming. That is not a premiere worthy.
Right. I think it has to be something special, something
Right.
different, and you definitely have to, get the word out there ahead of time.
I think if you do a project that you're super proud of, that you've spent a lot of time editing, scripting, you just worked really hard on it, and you just let people know like this is something you want them to see. It's exciting not just for the people that are watching. It's exciting for you because you get that real-time interaction of what they're seeing in the video, and then like they'll make a comment of some kind of line that you gave in the video, and that they're laughing, and they'll quote it, and that to me is cool. They got it. They thought it was funny too, as funny as I did when I wrote it.
So can you do a live stream as a premiere?
You can do a live stream as a premiere. Yeah, I've seen it.
I didn't know you could do a live stream as a premiere.
I'm pretty sure maybe I saw that wrong, but remember that kid All About Vehicles? I think every single one of his streams is a premiere.
Right. I mean, I just
That
know.
sounds weird though.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I know you can do super chats during a premiere now.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have that a couple months ago.
Right.
They now have it.
Michael Daniels wants to do a trailer for a live stream. Well, you could do, couldn't you? You could do a premiere as a trailer for your up and coming live stream. That would be one way to get noticed. If you just done a video saying everyone, we're going live, tomorrow night, blah blah blah. At least it then jogs everybody's memory that you got a premiere and then you're going live tomorrow. You could actually do that with a premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
There's different ways of doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Here comes Dave.
Hello.
Sitting.
What's up, kitty cat?
Sitting on a throne. Right.
Is he on the chair? Or?
Yeah.
Are you calling us tonight, Neil?
Yes, my arse is in tatters.
What did you do to it?
Sat on it.
No.
No.
Did you split it the other way?
No. It's just up and down, sitting. Yeah, I don't know why she's taken to sitting there lately. I don't know why, but I mean, last week she jumped on the cabinet, didn't she? Because I was like, no.
Which you said that she'll never do.
Yeah, the cats won't go on there. And then last week.
While we were on camera.
Yeah, and it was around about the same time.
She's looking. She's going. She's going.
She is.
Think about it.
I don't know.
What's on top? Is that just another row of boxes?
Another row of boxes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether she's. I think she is. There we go.
She does. See, he flat out said that cat would not do that. I said, cats do that. He's like, no, these cats are older. They're not going to do it. And the kittens are gone. And I said, the cats will do that. And sure enough, they did it. He did it when Daisy called me and did say, oh, look at, we put it together. And the cat jumped in there. I said, oh, see?
Now she doesn't know what to do. She's in the box. But she's like, where do we go now? I've got in here. But where? Psst, psst, psst. Dave, what are you doing?
Here she comes.
Come on.
She's gonna go on your head. My dog likes to sleep on my head. It's the
You have a
most annoying
Chihuahua?
thing.
Do you have a Chihuahua?
It's a Shih Tzu.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those too. She was blind.
A Shih Tzu.
Aw.
We had a Shih Tzu called Leo. He was big. He was a big Shih Tzu. Because they're normally small, aren't they? And he said that the big ones were the what are they called?
Standard.
The Laparatsus were bigger, but
Lhasa Apsos. That's what those are.
but he was he was a big old thing. What are you doing? She's a pain in the ass. So yeah, I think we shall call it a day, and I can go and get off my arse. Literally sat here all day editing and doing stuff.
No, you were in your box. You were in your box today.
I was up and down. I was up and down all day. Get down.
Good night, children.
Right, I should say good night to you all.
Good night,
and,
Eric. Thank you for showing
Good
up
night.
to my premiere today.
It was great. Loved it.
I think hopefully next week we're going to have a special guest on early doors as well.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I think we've convinced him to
Really?
maybe join us. Yeah.
I don't know.
Dr. Sten?
No.
No.
Still haven't heard back from him.
Yeah,
But
he
in
disappeared on
in
the way.
fairness, I've not seen him. I've not seen him in the Nimmin Discord. I've not seen him on Twitter. So I don't.
He's okay.
Yeah, I don't know whether something's
We're still
happened.
putting on videos every
Yeah, but he
Monday and
could've-
Friday.
You could have been filmed those a long time ago.
True.
But yeah, no, still no reply on Discord. But I hope he's all right. I don't know what happened. So we shall wait and see.
Maybe he has to poop.
Maybe. So I'm gonna say goodbye.
God.
Goodbye to everybody in the chat.
It's so fucking hard.
Which is that's literally her answer
That's
to
what
Everton.
he said.
So I think there's only Eric. I know there's Michael Daniels and there's Mario Gear Vlogs and there's a couple of lurkers in there. Kevin's in there.
Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
Good night, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Adios. How do you turn off this damn thing?